Good morning. It is January the 19th, 2018. Time to kick off another trading day, and I sure hope we have better experience than we had yesterday. I started the day off with a big mistake, and the day for the next couple hours we were just kind of, stuff was coming in and out. So hopefully today will be better. That's one of the problems with trading. We always have these glitches. It's our internet connection. It's a piece of news we don't like. Market's not in line with the others, but it is trading, and you have to learn how to handle that. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not present actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, next week we have the 2 through 7 year auction, and the pattern is to run the market down on Friday and Monday. The dealers are short futures, and they'll use those futures on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to support the auction. So we'll see if that plays. Treasuries are lower, possibly because of the auction next week. Definitely because the Fed is going to raise interest rates. The economy looks strong. And perhaps equities. The inverse relationship is there in Globex, and sometimes the first couple hours of trading, sometimes the last hour of trading. You just never know. But it's not there continuously throughout the day. But we have these three factors that have all combined to take the 10-year from 128 down to 122. Bill Gross has said we're in a bear market. Gunlock says when the 10-year trades at 2.6% interest rate, we'll be in a bear market. I'd say they're a little late to the game, but they are longer term players. They manage billions of dollars. They can't move or turn on a dime. So we're right down to the issue right here. Will this 8 to 9 area hold as support? The structural sell would be 14.5, a limit sell against that. Sell at 17 against yesterday's value area high. The structural buy would be at 9.5 as the current situation dictates. We have consumer sentiment 97. Those numbers have been coming in a little bit lower than forecast. Then we have Baker Hughes rig count, and last week it was 1215 and 939. Now, what people don't really appreciate is that there on any given day are 4,000 plus horizontal wells that have been drilled that can come online, and a lot of it's dependent upon the price of oil. It's kind of like just-in-time inventory deliveries, just-in-time manufacturing and shipping. So the higher the price goes, the more of these wells come online, the more that are drilled. And another thing that we don't know how it will impact production from the shale oil formations is they're going back in and refracking and getting flush production once again. And you don't know how many times that you can do that. So we don't. It's not like having a big pool of oil in Saudi Arabia or in the Gulf of Mexico where you can predict how long it'll take to bring it online and what it'll produce, etc. So if prices go higher, shale oil production will come online, and that should, help hold oil prices down, but you don't know. Demand is going up because of economic growth. So our first sell is 13 to 17. 19 to 23. I think there's one sell in treasuries. If we can't bust 122.08, 122.09, then we can get long. Buy 1 is 5 to 9. Buy 2 is 29 to 01. Now, just because I think this could happen doesn't mean that it will. How we utilize this information is that we've got inflection points, or we have price levels or price areas where we would consider putting on a short or a long if we get our methodology set up. And we are discretionary traders. We do want to be long or short, and we hope to execute at a price level that offers us an advantage. Okay, looking at the 30-year, 4 to 8's number 1, 11.15 sell 1. Structural sell right here would be at 9, 16, or 24. The low volume number up here is 12, so an 11 sell makes sense. And then 19 to 23 pulls us in. So you can see how we're leaning on the structure. The idea that it might hold as resistance on the sell side. On the buy side, last rotate down was 29. The low's 24. We're at 02. So the buck to 28's number 1. Buy 21 to 25. Let them get stops below the overnight session low. Buy 13 to 17 for buy number 2. Gold came up a lot last night. The cryptocurrencies are back. When the cryptocurrencies sell, sometimes gold rallies, sometimes it sells. I don't know what really drives the cryptocurrencies except large players coming in and moving the market. But most of the people view the cryptocurrencies as a currency someday, as an insurance policy, kind of like gold against lousy government programs over time and what it does to a country's currency. Okay, we have support right here at 33. That is the break. So a structural buy right here would be at 32. Value area low would be at 30. So we'll make our first buy 30 to 32. And then 25, 27 for buy 2. On the sell side, a structural sell would be against 36. We've got this number right here at 34. So 34, 36, sell 1. And 38 to 40, sell 2. So we're picking up our structure, and we'll see what happens. Gold is showing a lot of resiliency, though, when it heads down. And we've got Turkey's threatened invasion of Syria. The United States saying, yeah, we lost the war. They don't say we lost the war in Syria, but we're going to be a presence in Syria from here on out. You have Iran-backed attacks on everybody in Syria, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, different places like that, Iraq, certain places. So the Iranians are certainly busy, and they do control the Gulf or Hormuz, which could disrupt traffic for 3 or 4 days. They would, if Iran did stop it, it would be an act of war, and the Gulf of Hormuz would be opened up pretty quickly. But that would make the price of crude oil go crazy, so to speak. Okay, right here, the top of yesterday's value area, that's 93. Yesterday's low was 73. We've got all this volume right here at 81. So 75 to 85 by 1, picking up the structure. Then we'll just make it 50 to 60 by 2. What's pretty easy to see is up here is that resistance is held. So our first trade should be a sell. And we've got the point of control at 2303. We've got the volume in Globex at 17. We're at 96, so we'll make 23 even, 2310, sell 1. 2325, 35, sell 2. Because resistance is held, I prefer the short side. I know some of you say, Charlie, even if resistance hadn't held, you'd prefer the short side. It is a genetic problem that I have. Been working on it for years, hoping that maybe a stem cell implant will overcome that tendency. Okay, crude oil. Crude oil is all over the map. I still think we have a shot at 65 because the market knows there's stops there. We haven't made it. The high was, I think, 64.75. When we come back and look at the market, you can see that there's pretty good selling above 64.50. Then yesterday, 64.25. The overnight session, 63.75. So we're headed lower right here. The low volume number down here is at basically at 62.75. We've rejected prices below 90, so we'll make 62.75, 63 by 1, 62.25, 62.50 by 2. You can see we're picking up the bottom of value, this 4/5 letter ledge, that low right there in our buy 1 area. On the sell side, a structural sell right here would be at 50, so a 48 fade would work. A limit sell here at 31 against the high volume number. So we'll make 25 to 50, sell 1. We're close. And then 75 to the buck, sell 2. Right now the market's trying to sell. Okay, the Emini, 2806 to 8 is resistance, and basically 2810. The market is poised to go higher. It was trying to trade higher. I don't know if we have enough to go through. We've got the talked about government shutdown. The Democrats are blackmailing the Republicans, saying if you don't allow, and the numbers are all over the map, but anywhere from 800,000 to 3.6 million people with chain migration for those people to become citizens, stay in our country, then we're going to shut the government down. I actually think if they were to shut the government down, that it could rally the stock market. And the reason for that is that it would start to show some responsibility. Hey, you can't, we've got budget problems, we got debt problems, we have all sorts of stuff. It can't be business as usual. So that would be contrary to current thinking. Current thinking says if they shut the government down, the market will sell. And yesterday we saw that every time the government was going to shut down, the market sold. Every time an article came out, the market had they had a deal, the government wouldn't shut down, it rallied. So we'll see what we get. But right now it's the same as we had yesterday. This 2805 area, we'll put a question mark right there. That one's important. So 5 to 7 would be picking up this value area high, coming inside of yesterday's high, and that's an area that right now structurally is sell 1. The second sell based on the current structure would be 9 to 11. Let them get stops above 28.10. On the buy side, we're pretty close to it. The first place to structurally have a buy would be at 01 right here, a limit buy. The second place to have a structural would be at 97.50 for a limit buy right there. So we'll make 99 to 01, let them get stops below the buck for buy 1. 95, 97 for buy 2. Consumer sentiment, 97. Those numbers, the sentiment numbers have actually missed. They've been coming in lower. I don't have a feel for it. Baker Hughes rig count, don't think anybody will pay any attention to that. But with the oil prices where they are, we might see the U.S. rig count jump, would be my guess. Now, the attitude we're taking right here with support and resistance is, hey, this is support, this is resistance. The long-term trend is up. We like the long side better. But we can sell failure to take out basically 28.05, 28.10. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. Back with you as soon as possible.